Weird. The Al Yankovic Story came out over the weekend on the Roku channel. Believe it or not an actual channel. I thought it was. The whole time. I was like, oh, I gotta download the Roku app on our Apple TV. Nope. Gotta download it on my phone. Nope. It's just a website. There's probably a channel on Roku TVs, but
yes.
I ain't got no Roku
there
TV.
Is.
What is this? Come on. This is 2012. What are we doing here? Come on. I don't know. No offense to people who use Roku. It's great. I mean, if they're going to pay for Weird Al to get a movie, then I guess I got to support Roku in some way, you know? And it's not as bad as Chromecast. Am I right, Maggie? Or Fire TV? Get the fucking shit out of here. Fire TV. More like Fart TV. Nailed it. So, weird. The Al Yankovic Story. No spoilers at first, obviously. We may get into spoilers here in a minute, but we'll let you know. I gotta say, I loved this movie. I loved it so much. Holy God. I grew up, just a little precursor to this, I grew up loving Weird Al. The first experience with Weird Al I had, that sounds bad, was I had the cassette of Weird Al in 3D, which had lots of songs on it, but my favorite one was Nature Trail to Hell in 3D. Okay. Now, I don't know. It's not based off anything. That's one of his originals, which I love. Weird Al original songs. They're so ridiculous. And then, of course, right after that, the summer, I forget, 94, 95, Amish Paradise. Don't go making phony calls. That was big in my circles. Gump obviously was huge for me. And then my cousin Josh, he got Running with Scissors, and I got a copy of it, and I listened to that front to back like probably 75 times. Like, I loved that, right? I had this Disney Channel original movie. Like it was supposed to be like a VH1 special, but it's for Disney Channel. It was Weird Al, You Can't Go Home. Look it up if you want. And it's him on tour with his band, and
yeah,
like he does.
I remember seeing the promos of it.
And like they play Fats and Yoda. They do Yoda. And they do one of those songs of the dude's walking around. It's not Like a Surgeon, but it's a different one. It's a different Madonna one. And one of the band members is walking around with the cone bra on.
Yeah.
And so when they did that in the movie, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. This is like the actual show. But yeah, so I would take those recordings from that special and put it on an audio tape so I could listen to more Weird Al. Right? Like, I loved it. Loved Weird Al. And then, hearing Tom Lennon talk about, meeting Weird Al and listening to Weird Al records with his son when his son was first born. And then, watching different podcasts and stuff with Weird Al. Weird Al's he's such a cool dude. He's so fun, and he's nice, and he's a good person. And he's funny as shit, that's the thing is he is so funny. And people love to be like, oh, it's just Weird Al, but he's legitimately funny. Yeah. I mean, to be able to come up with the shit that he does. And I mean, polka is just inherently funny, I mean, polka. Who's reading John Candy was in a polka band, all right? It's just funny. It's funny, you got an accordion in there and shit. It's funny, man. So I was very much, I searched out the goddamn Roku channel for this, right? To be able to watch this. And it was just wonderful. Being a longtime Weird Al fan going into this, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be I was afraid it was going to be like Walk Hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Like Walk Hard's fun. It's funny, and the music is catchy. There's still some songs I sing from day to day. The Black Sheep, I sing that. But, or Let's Do It, that's the other one. But, that one overall kind of felt flat for me. So I was really afraid that this was just going to be, something kind of like that. Or like a low budget, I don't know if you remember this, Maggie, but you remember Crackle? The web people? And they had Joe Dirt 2 was released on Crackle, right?
Yeah.
that's the level I was kind of expecting.
Afraid.
Yeah. I was like, God damn it, if it's gonna be like, I'm gonna give it a try, but I'm going in with kind of low expectations.
Yeah.
No, it was great. Like, if this is ever for sale, I'm buying it because I loved this. I mean, I don't know what all to say spoiler free, but anytime that the songs were sang, they were like new recordings of it, which I thought was great. And they actually went in release order. Yeah. And they actually, like the My Baloney or My Bologna, like the fact that was like one of his first ones. I love when he was a kid and he rewrote the words to Amazing Grace.
It's Amazing Grace.
So great. His dad being so mad at it, saying it's the devil.
It's blasphemy.
Now that reminded me of the Tenacious D movie a little bit. Like this, I felt like this had more in common with Tenacious D than it did Walk Hard. But then, of course, just the way the movie, I'm not going to spoil it, but the way the movie escalates throughout the entire film all the way to the ending, it's ridiculous. Like, I feel like it definitely was taking inspiration from all of those, right? Like
from multiple.
Yes, like it had the references, of course, to Rocket Man, Bohemian Rhapsody. Definitely Selena, yeah. Walk the Line, just all that stuff. Like all of it had very much influence on it, but it never felt like date movie or disaster movie. Like it was its own thing. Yeah. And like it was just kind of using those tropes almost in like almost more like a Naked Gun type thing. Yeah. Like it was, but it wasn't so ridiculous that it was unwatchable. Yeah. But like I love how sincerely they treated Weird Al as if he was a legitimately like the biggest star in the world, and like that was never played for a joke. Like he just was the biggest star.
Number one, went platinum 6 times.
And what they did, I don't want to say it until we get into sports, but what they did with Eat It, it just made me laugh so goddamn hard.
He lost.
I was beside myself. Yeah. And Rainn Wilson. It steals the show in like almost every scene he's in. But okay, let's not go too far. Daniel Radcliffe is perfect. I was shocked at how good he was in this. Like, better than Harry Potter. He was great in it. And like, did his lip sync match all the time? Not all the time.
No, but that's part of it.
Enough.
That's part of it.
That's part of it. And he looked great. And like the clothes he wore, the shirts he wore, like. Dude, I loved it. I loved every moment of it. I can't say anything without getting into spoilers. Like, I don't have anything else to say but just how much I loved it. And I thought it was perfect. It was the perfect film for Weird Al. It is exactly what a Weird Al film should be. Yeah. Even after he dies, God help us when that happens. Yeah. We'll need like 4 Superman movies just to counteract that, right? Or else the world will not survive. Okay. But when he dies, I don't even think they need to do like a more serious version. Like I feel like no, this is what Weird Al would want. Like this is the movie he wanted. It's almost Andy Kaufman-esque. Yes. Like that's the type of movie Andy would have wanted. Right. So anyway, Maggie, why don't you tell us how you felt? There's not a lot left to say.
No, there is. It's really, it's fun. It's fun.
As someone who wasn't like super into Weird Al, how did you enjoy it?
Oh, I liked it like a lot. Yeah. I knew about Weird Al when I was younger because I remember Disney putting on like the promos and stuff for that. And then I believe my cousin, she had maybe one of his albums. I can't really remember, but I know I do remember her talking
around
about
what time.
No, I don't.
Was it when you was a kid?
It had to been like 90s, somewhere in there. I'm not sure.
Was
if
it
was
the one
like
where
94 or 95?
The Coolio haircut?
I have no idea. Like
I didn't even bring up Amish Paradise. Sorry.
No, I was about to towards the end, but nah.
Amish Paradise is perfect. Best song. Or Gump.
But
no,
I do.
Sorry. I can't decide. I'm sorry. I threw it out there. I said that Amish Paradise was his best song, and immediately regretted saying it because I don't know. Dude, if we ever had to do like a ranking of the Weird Al songs, I don't think I could do it. I mean, where do you even start? Albuquerque. It's like 13 minutes long, and it's amazing. Pancreas, for God's sakes. Pancreas! That's too many. They're all good. They're all great. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyways, I can remember my cousin talking about Weird Al, but like, you know, I didn't understand it. But like, I remember, like, I got older, like it's 2000s, and like he got oh God, what was it? Oh no.
Was it Lose Yourself?
No. It was a rap song he did a parody of.
Oh, White and Nerdy.
Yes.
Yeah. Another
and
good
like blew up.
Yeah,
People lost their minds over it. They loved it so much, and I was like, wow.
Like once a decade, Weird Al does that. He just blows the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I'm just like, wow, you keep going, Weird Al.
Yeah,
you
dude.
know, like I wasn't into him. I was aware of him, but like, and then of course we started dating, and like found out that he's very much a big Weird Al fan. And I didn't know, and I've learned so much about Weird Al because of you.
I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay. But like, you know, I love, like I know some of his, like older stuff. Like I knew Ma Bologna. I knew that.
Another one.
Always, when he did like a surgeon, all I could think about was How I Met Your Mother.
Yes.
And how Ted Mosby wrote him a letter in the 80s saying, please do this song called and it's actually Weird Al at the end of that episode.
And he looked exactly
exactly the same.
Like, he did not age at all.
And it was like so awesome. And I remember that. And like, so when that showed up in the movie, I was like, all I could think about was How I Met Your Mother and how Ted Mosby actually made up this song.
I finally made it through med school. Tony, get the recording ready. I love how mean Weird Al is in all of his stuff.
Yes.
Like he's always nice.
Yes.
But then every once in a while he just goes off on somebody in like in his movies and stuff. He just gets like super like just cutthroat with like just smacks them or something. Yeah. It's so great because it's obviously not him.
But
did you know Alpocalypse? The one that came out after White and Nerdy that had, I want to say, Polka Face, like Poker Face and stuff, was the first album that he did that went, I want to say platinum. Like, and that was in like 2012. Like, so like it was the best performing one that he had ever done. And it was after all of these decades.
Wow.
Yeah. Like it must be more than platinum, but still.
He's the Cher of parody.
Because
Cher like always had like a number one hit, like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, but she hasn't had any in the aughts or the 20s. But like that's what Weird Al does,
dude. That's what I'm saying, man. Somebody said he was doing an interview and he in like 2006. I think it was around the White and Nerdy album. Straight out of what was it called? Linwood, something like that was the name of the album. I can't think of it. It was something funny. Vinewood, straight out of Vinewood, I think. I don't know. But they were asking, they were like, you know, you're such a talented musician, and like, you know how to write like, you know, good lyrics and stuff, and your originals are very catchy. And they were like, why haven't you ever made like real music? Is how they asked him, right? And he said, well, I'll be honest with you. I feel like we have plenty of real artists out here, like Paris Hilton. And he said somebody else. I think he said Lindsay Lohan. And he's like, so, you know, I think I'll just stick with the fake music that I make or something like that. It's pretty good. I was like, damn, Weird Al's great, man.
I like Tacky.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, even, yes, that album. That was the one that went multi-platinum.
I like Tacky.
Yeah, that one and Word Crimes. Love Word Crimes.
Word Crimes is good.
But I always love his polkas, like the mashups of all the polkas. It was so funny. Like I knew those before I knew the actual songs that they came from. And so like when I would hear like Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple, you know, and like I'm thinking about the smoke on the water, a fire in the sky. And it's like, that's not what it is at all. And it's just, you know, I love that. I love God, all that stuff. I would love to see Weird Al before I die. I'm just throwing that out there.
I don't know.
Before he dies. He'll probably outlive me, though. So
I've already dubbed him immortal, so...
He will live on in
live
our hearts forever.
Yes.
He did a tour recently where it was just the self-indulgent tour, and it was only originals. And like even that I would have loved to have gone to. You know, like just I don't even care at this point. I definitely like I'd rather hear the ones that I'm more aware of, you know, than like all the originals. But you know, I mean, because you want to see Amish Paradise. You know, you want to see that.
Yeah.
You want to see. I didn't even mention the Saga Begins. The
Star Wars one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little Anakin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. It's very long, but I love that one. Albuquerque. One of these days I gotta play for you. It's like literally 17 minutes. It's insane, and it's one song. Like it doesn't change.
That sounds like a Meatloaf song,
dude. It's so good. Everybody. Go turn on Albuquerque. It's amazing. It's from Running with Scissors. The first cover of that, he's running track and he's just got his hands up and he's holding scissors as he's like running through like the tape. It's so funny. God, he's great. All right, let's get into spoilers. This is the spoiler section. If you don't want spoilers, skip this. Come back. We're going to rank it. Where will it fall? Spoilers. Okay. So many cameos.
Oh yeah.
Too many to count.
But Weird Al himself is in it.
Yes.
And he plays a music producer.
Yes. Which reminded me a lot of when Mike Myers was in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
It reminded me of that. I don't think that's why, but
no.
I love that they kind of broke the fourth wall when Will Forte.
Yeah, Will Forte's just like laying into
sucks is the worst.
And the real Weird Al's like, whoa, you know, take it easy, take it down a notch. Like he's actually taking offense to Will Forte's name calling towards Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al.
It's so good.
It's really good.
And Maggie, my God, at the end when he gets shot, first off,
yes,
it's hilarious.
Yes.
But then when they show the photos from the actual event, where it got shot,
yeah, and I love the fact that good God, man,
it's so funny
that Madonna is. I mean, the girl that plays her does a really good job of playing 80s Madonna.
Yeah,
but like that Madonna's actually the villain this whole entire time. And that she was the downfall of Weird Al is because of her.
Head of the cartel.
Head of the cartel got down there.
Oh my God. And seeing Weird Al like in the camo Hawaiian shirt is so goddamn funny.
Yes.
And like just go like murdering everybody.
Yes.
Oh my God. The moment where he takes the LSD and he thinks of Eat It.
Yeah.
Like that was hilarious.
Yes.
I was shocked when they brought Amish Paradise in at the end.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think they'd go that deep.
Yeah.
Into it.
Because his
really
dad
glad.
was raised by Amish people.
Oh
and
my God.
They thought, everything was bad as the devil. And so therefore his dad
devil's squeeze box.
His dad had to hide his real self this whole entire time. He wrote weird lyrics to songs that already existed.
And Coolio in the crowd.
Yes.
Being mad at Amish Paradise.
Yes.
Dude. Tom Lennon coming in selling the thing.
Yes.
That was really cool. And Jack Black.
Yeah.
Playing what was his name?
Werewolf.
Wolfman.
Wolfman, yeah.
Who was an actual radio guy.
And Conan O'Brien playing
Holy
Andy
fuck.
Warhol.
Yes. Conan is Andy Warhol. Amazing. Holy shit.
I liked how everybody at that pool scene, it was everybody that was considered weird.
Yeah.
Like Divine.
Yes.
Famous drag queen.
Wasn't David Bowie in that scene?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
A bunch of artists like Andy Warhol and the other guy, the Spanish guy. I think that's the guy, Dolly, that painted the melting clocks.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think that's who Andy Warhol was talking to in that one.
Okay.
But let's see. Pee Wee Herman. Whoever played Pee Wee Herman did a really good job.
Dude, there were so many celebrities.
There were so many.
It reminded me of Chippendale.
Yeah.
You remind me of that
Yes,
movie.
yes.
It was just, dude.
Oh,
God,
Elton
so-
John. Somebody dressed up as Elton John.
Yes. God, we need to look up the list at some point. We don't have to do it right now.
No.
But, God, it was so good.
Yeah, it was.
I can't wait to buy it. And the end credit song.
Yes.
Brand new song.
Yeah.
And the fact that it would stop, he's like, fake out ending. And then come back.
Yes.
And he did it like 2 more times.
Yes. I actually like the ending where it shows Madonna at his grave. And she's got like an eye patch.
And he comes back.
And he comes back to life to grab her. I mean, that's great.
Oh my God, dude. One of the best comedies I've seen in a long time.
The parody done very, very well, of course.
I loved it.
And it was also made by Funny or Die.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yep. Funny or Die. Well, because it was based off that original sketch they did.
Yeah.
Back like, 15, 20 years ago at this point?
Mm-hmm.
It had to be 15. It wouldn't have been 20. Where it was the Al Yankovic story. And it was like, it was this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. I love it.
I'm trying to think of anybody else that showed up.
Man, there was so much. Like every scene had like the Oprah stuff was in there.
Oprah, yeah, the girl from Abbott Elementary, the main girl played Oprah.
Which Rainn Wilson.
Yeah, Rainn Wilson was amazing.
Him being
Dr. Dementor.
When he said, "I want to adopt you."
Will you be my son? Well, actually, me and Dad worked out our problem.
Oh, that's great, dude. Oh my God, I loved every moment of that.
Yeah.
I loved every moment of that. It was so perfect. It was perfect. Like, I don't know what else to say. It was perfect. Anything else? Anything else you want to say?
No.
All right.